Here we are, Mystical Mondays with Aaron with Turtle Heart Tarot and
Brenda Ridgway, BrendaRidgway.com. That's the website.
yeah, individual.
We'll get them later on. Here we are from snowy
It is snowing
Reno.
today.
I actually like the snow because I think it's so peaceful, but I wish it would stick a bit.
Yeah.
I reckon they're saying this afternoon and tonight it should be really coming down. So my friends in Florida with that sun down there, send us some.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice today. It's actually nice because I've never experienced any of this
Snow,
being
yeah.
here, and so I'm not used to it. But me and Brian were driving today, and we were talking about it and how it's nice to live somewhere where the seasons change.
Yeah. Yeah, I like seasons because I love, even in the front, you can see the daffodils starting to peak up for spring. So I love seasons actually. Florida, it was hot and hotter.
Yeah.
So they like the ocean as well. So good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Anybody there this morning that we could, if you've any questions or would like
Oh yeah.
a reading? You forgot your card?
No, they're right there.
Brian.
Brian,
Brian.
can you give them to me, please?
Cards.
My cards, can you give them to me, please? We have an assistant.
Yes.
Brian.
Aaron's husband.
But we're here today and we're doing our live readings and answering your questions. If you have questions, to do readings, I'll be using tarot, and then Brenda will be doing psychic readings, correct?
Yeah.
With
I kind of link in.
Yeah.
Yeah. As well. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow, you're going to be quiet there. All right. So anybody out there that would like to join us? Jacqueline.
Jacqueline wants a general reading.
Good morning, Jacqueline.
Good morning, Jacqueline. And let's see.
Hi.
Here. So can I get a general reading?
Yes. So do you want to pick out the card for her?
Yeah.
And we can go from there. Where do you live, Jacqueline, please? Are you there? Is that Jacqueline from the center?
No, I don't think it is because the picture doesn't look like it. Oh, I see, Jacqueline, that I feel like there's going to be more changes this year or soon. I feel like there's going to be changes soon because, especially with where you want to go with, schooling or career. I feel like this is more of a learning process for you, and that there will be a payout soon in regards to all the hard work you've put in recently. That's it for me.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just simple.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was picking up was I feel there would be changes for you around June. Things are a bit slow at the moment, but just enjoy the slowness and don't be panicking as much, The one thing when we panic, we push things away from us. So around about June, I want to say late March going into April, things will start to pick up for you as well. I get a change of car with you, so I just feel you could change your car this year as well. But things will really start to move along. You have a few decisions to make and just take one at a time with that as well. I do find there's a lady around you. I feel she's a grandmother, quite a sweet lady, and she was a wise lady too. It wasn't black. There was no grey with this lady. It was either black or white, and she just said, I'm kind of on mum's side of the family, So if you could just verify that for me, please. And I see, yes, all my emotions like this. Yeah, you're too much in the head, and you need to get into your heart a little bit. So meditation is really good. That's my tool to get me out of my head, and then I journal. Okay, but things are really going to start to pick up, and maybe a good cry would do you good, and release it. All right. So it's actually going to be a really good year for you. It's just starting off slow,
Yes.
and I just feel a good year, and just go with the flow of it. But watch out for June, because there are changes there for you, and good changes. Nothing like, I don't feel bad anyway with people, but good changes, you know. Income, I feel I'm around your career in September, so changes around that as well. So it's kind of, Jacqueline, chin up, just move ahead, don't look backwards. Okay?
We're just waiting.
I gather we're waiting here.
We are. You're like, make them answer.
Come on. Hello, guys. All right. Nobody on mine can come on, you see,
Oh, why?
because they not friended you.
Oh, with Turtle Heart?
Okay, so anybody on? Hi, Buffy.
Hi, Buffy.
Oh, nice to see you. How are you doing? Is it snowing really bad where you are? Buffy lives down in Minden Way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Is it snowing? Yeah, because I've asked people from my Facebook page to friend you.
Oh, I see. I see what
I
you
did that the other day,
Yes.
and I did it again this morning. Did you ask people to friend me, you see?
Yes.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah. And with the Turtle Heart, they just have to like it to get the update.
Right.
They don't have to. I mean, I didn't get very many friend requests. They like the page though.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Why do I feel so guilty? I don't want to feel like this. Guilty.
Oh, that's the same lady. Blizzard, like I said, it's wonderful. Well, guilt is your own emotions. You know, like, actually my daughter always say, you know, well, I feel guilty, and that's because, you know, that would have nothing to do with you. That's just
Correct.
me, you know. So we have to learn to let go of that guilt, and just look inside, really, you know. We just bring on our own guilt as well. I just feel though you're kind of, I don't know, sometimes we get in a pity pot, and it's quite good actually. I always feel to have a pity pot day is good, but no more than 2 or 3 days, and let it go.
Yes,
Just let
yes.
it go, you know, and let go of that guilt. It's not worth it. Just not worth it. Hey Buffy, it's really trying to snow here, and then it goes off again and comes back, you know. Buffy, I'd like to let people know I'm doing Tea with the Dead down in Minden, and Buffy is presenting it. I'll be hosting my Tea with the Dead. So if anybody would like tickets, please go to Buffy Wright Sweatland. She's on Facebook. I did put up my flyer. No, sorry. I will put up the flyer this week of but you have to get in touch with her to get the tickets, and make sure you book a seat. Okay? Any questions, Buffy, you'd like to ask? Aaron's got his tarot here. You're so welcome, Jacqueline. I like the kisses, actually. Yeah, you're so welcome. Chin up, babe. It's just, I kind of feel myself, it's Monday, you know, Super Bowl is going on, everything. It's just one of those days today. Monday morning blues. Okay? All right. So would you like to do your tarot and give a general reading for anybody out there, like pick a card and what it would resonate to? You know, sometimes people do that.
I feel like my energy's changed.
Well, that would be good, you know, but once it's a good energy, not going down, but going upward. We all have to face change, you know, fear, change. It's what slows us down, but we always work through it, you know, and especially fear. If you look back on last month, you were worried about something and it never happens. It's all here, you know. And change is good. People are afraid of change, but it is actually good. And life changes, you know. If you look at nature, we've got winter now, next thing it'll change to spring. So change is good. Always look on that as well. Did you get anything?
So I feel that, you know, it's the Temperance card that came up. And that's what we're talking about, is that change. It's that healing, the healing process. I feel like the healing process is taking, you know, this week is about that healing process and what needs to be taken care of. It's about purging of all those emotions that we've been feeling that we don't need anymore. And I think we hold on to stuff sometimes because sometimes we're afraid of what could happen if we weren't holding on to it anymore. Like, we fear that what would we be like if we didn't have those things bogging us down. And once we learn that if we let them go, these awesome changes are going to happen. You know, we're not pushing against the flow of energy, we're going with it when we let those things go that are holding us back. So that's how I feel like this week is going to be, but it's good if you get past it and move forward, because then that healing energy takes place and all these awesome things start tumbling in. And I think that's what we're needing this week, is for those things to tumble in into our life.
It's actually, it's really a good year this year. It's 209, which is 10, 12. It's a 3-year in numerology, and 3 is body, mind, spirit, you know. One site I really love, and I really love this lady, is Susan Miller, Astrology Zone. I met this lady years ago in LA at an expo, and I really liked her. And at an expo, when you give a talk, they're trying to push you out so the next speaker can come on. And she goes, no. She said, if I have to sit on the steps all day and sign these books. She was selling books as well. But she is excellent. So I always look her up on the first of the month. She gives out your monthly forecast. I'm Aries. She does it for the whole zodiac. So look her up, and she knows where all the planets are. She's not what I call woohoo. She really knows her stuff. She's been doing it years. And it just gives a guideline of what is going on, you know. Now tomorrow we have the Chinese New Year coming in. And if you look at the Chinese New Year, it's the year of the pig. And the pig is friendly. He's very compatible with quite a lot of the signs. He's the last of the signs, because how Chinese astrology came about, the emperor, I think I'm right with this, invited the animals to come, and he was the last one in. Okay, so that's how he's the last of the Chinese zodiac. So when it goes into 2020, it's the year of the rat, my sign. And the rat is the first sign of the Chinese astrology, the same as Aries. And I'm an Aries, and I'm a rat, you know. So they celebrate it for 10 days. It goes from the 5th tomorrow to the 19th. So there's a lot of celebrations around all the Chinese astrology, which I really like too. You know, find out what your animal is. It goes on your birth year. And they're very superstitious as well. They give what they do on the New Year is they'll give everybody red envelopes, more the children really, and they put coins in it for good luck, you know, and look up your compatibility with the pig and your sign. So the pig and the rat go well together, you know. So it's a good year this year, and it is a good year for everybody really, because of the way the planets are all aligned this year, and we have nothing in retrograde this month. So Jacqueline, you just go for it, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like that, you know, as we talk about this, as we talk about the astrology and the pig going into the rat, like the old going into the new.
That's right.
With tarot, it's the same thing too. Like the world goes into the fool, because we go into that cycle again of things with the
excellent.
With the major arcana.
Yeah.
And sometimes as we go into it, you know how you say you go from one relationship to another, and you bring your baggage with you. That's what happens sometimes with, you know, tarot. We learn our lesson with the world, and then we go into the fool. We have to learn to let go of all that stuff that happened from the past to move into something better.
Yeah, and it's like the Chinese astrology is a 12-year cycle too, you know, same as Western astrology as well, you know. It goes through all the animals, and if you look at planets, thank God Saturn is out of the way with me, because Saturn is a hard planet to have in one of your houses.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
mine was in the home sector, and that's been there for like I think 7 years, if I'm correct. Now I love astrology, I've tried to learn it, but it's just so in depth.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Now is the same. That does a 9-year cycle,
it does.
you know. So it'll go from 1 to 9. So I like to look things up. I'm not. I'm good at my mediumship and psychic, you know, but I'm not great with numerology or the astrology. You know, everyone to their own.
Yes.
That's what I always say. Everybody to their own. You know. It's been 8 days with this guilt and sadness. Oh. Do you want to add?
Guilt and sadness, though, with guilt and sadness, you know, I think we go through cycles even with that.
Yeah.
Because I still grieve for the pain of my father, you know, and how he passed. I'm still going through all of that. Like, you go through these cycles.
How long ago?
2 years now, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's nothing.
And then...
Yeah, it's nothing with grief. My mum's passed, I think, 12 years, 13 years this year. And I miss her. She was my pal, you know. We never get over the loss of loved ones. It just gets a bit easy.
It does, yes.
You know, and everybody grieves in so many different ways, especially like Nietzsche Isaac is watching. Hello. Especially a couple that have lost a child, you know. The man will grieve differently from the woman, and the problem sometimes is that they don't come together. They're grieving on their own, and a lot of marriages can break up that way, you know. And because everybody feels things differently, you know. So it's not easy grief when you lose somebody. I thought about that the other day. People that have actually gone out of my lives is unbelievable, you know. I was thinking of my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and I know they're okay in the spirit world. They all are. It's us that's left behind, and it's like all those people that touched your lives, and you kind of won't see them again. I feel we will see them again when we cross over, but I'm talking about in the physical life, you know, with that. So
it was weird because I started my mediumship journey before my dad had passed, and when he passed, spiritually, I felt him still. I knew he was still there, So my body wanted to grieve more than my spirit wanted to grieve, you know?
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Buffy.
Perfect. Do you want to just do the cards for
Yeah.
her? This is funny. I got a Facebook message from a friend back home. I go to their house and do a lot of readings when I'm home. Thank you, Kathleen and the girls there in Ballymont. But she asked me this question was, she's got a 5-year-old boy and he started talking about his granddad and explaining how he looked and that. And the granddad died before he was born. And she asked me, was this normal? And I go, totally normal, because kids are so open to it, right? Now, my eldest son, I can remember him standing on top of the stairs saying he was seeing monsters. And I said, oh, just go back to bed. But if I had that time back again, I would love to say, hey, who is it?
Yes.
But I wasn't into this
Yeah.
then. I
Yeah.
wasn't working at it. I was like psychics, but, you know, so kids are so open. It's the parents that knock it out of
Yes.
us. Don't be silly, don't be silly. So I'm glad for the Morrison girls over there that they're so open to this, and that little boy will do really well. Okay, Buffy, over to...
So Buffy,
Aaron.
I do feel that in the coming months, I would say maybe 3 months, that you need to be able to push through any challenges that will happen as far as business that you're going through with your business. I feel like there will be a break in the next 3 months, and that if you stand your ground and keep going and keep pushing forward, like no giving up, no saying, oh, well, it's just not going to work, that it will pay out at the end, because I feel like it's manifesting. Like you're creating those things to take place. You're putting your ducks in a row. I feel that you are putting projects in order, and those projects will pay out. So I feel in the next 3 months, that's what will happen. Just don't give up. That would be my message to you.
I'm not going to add to that, Buffy, because I know you. And I
Okay.
think Evie's quite right.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'll be seeing you next month. Yeah. You know, so, yeah, I think that's quite right, actually. You know, it's funny, starting this when you can see yourself on camera, right?
Yes.
I'm looking at my
I know.
hair. I'm
Yeah.
going, oh my God, I got a bad hair day.
I know.
My roly tongs flipping broke this morning, okay? So, I like to have fun on a Monday morning, as you can tell. I'm the jokester, I think, as well.
What time? Let's see our time. We're almost coming up. 5 more minutes. Well, it's perfect. Perfect. That's good. Yes. Okay.
Okay. And she did get my flyer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
On the child thing, it's funny because when Jonah was here, he actually.
Who's Jonah?
My son. Jonah's my son, and so he was visiting us, and so he was getting into that as he would hear us talk sometimes, like when we meditate and stuff. He started to say, well, I really feel I miss Grandpa and I miss this, and he got really emotional.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful because I could relate.
Yes.
Instead of being like, well, I don't understand what you're telling me. I
Yeah.
could relate to him, and Brian could relate to him because he hears everything that we talk about.
Yeah.
That he's like, oh no, it's okay, and you know, and Jonah was like, okay, you know, he cried and then he got over it and he was better.
Yeah, yeah. Kids, do you know, I feel kids nowadays are just coming in so wise. I was looking after a 2-year-old. He was 2 on Friday.
Yeah.
And he had his computer game, this computer, you know, with all the cartoons and he could just go over and switch it, delete it, fast forward it.
Yes.
At 2? Oh my God. Like I can just about use my phone, and my daughter will confirm that one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I mean, we're gonna do this.
We'll be here. I think next Monday we'll do readings again on
Okay.
my Facebook,
Sure.
so
Yeah.
people can come in.
Hi, Yolanda.
Hi, Alanda. that can come in
Yes.
on mine, and we could do readings.
Perfect.
Plus sit and chat and discuss, you know. This is just an open forum, really, and people could have questions about the spirit world, you know. They see this, they see that, are there ghosts, are they all of this stuff, you know. So a lot of though, I must admit, with the ghost hunting, I've said that to you before, I'm quite skeptical about a lot of things, but there was a program back home in England and they were ghost hunting and it was all scripted,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
which is a shame, you know, because it gives everything kind of a bad name in a way.
Yeah.
But the TV station wanted their ratings up and their ratings shot up,
Yeah.
you know. But I do like to go around old houses and feel
It was
good.
fun going to Virginia City
Yeah.
with you and just
Yeah.
walking and feeling. That place had a lot going on.
Yeah.
And
Virginia City is in Nevada here, and oh god, I have to one day drive up myself, but it's way up in the mountains and quite a lot of long drops. But this was a mining city, and oh, fascinating, reminds me of cowboy town.
Yes.
So anybody look up Virginia City, you know. Hi Yolanda,
did you want to ask a question?
do you want to
before
ask
we
a quick
leave?
question before we go?
As we stare down here.
Yeah, instead of looking
I
up
know,
there.
instead of talking
Oh my
to you
God.
guys. But we have to, you know, if this is all a work in progress, I think we're advancing more.
Yeah,
We
this
are.
is only our third.
Yes,
So
yes.
I feel like my friend Mark in Florida sent me a few comments, you know, maybe not to be so close because of expressions. I think he was being kind, it was of wrinkles, but anyway, that'll be fine. But it's great to get your feedback because we're just new to doing this live and it's our third week and I love it, do you?
Yeah.
I get up Monday and love it. All right, I think we'll close now. Hi, Yolanda. She's still not asked anything.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
gonna
oh,
click.
here we go.
Oh, here we
I
go.
missed it all. I'll have to relook. Oh.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
Well, we'll be on Brenda's, and I'll put her Facebook link up in Turtle Heart so you can go to her, like, and friend her. And then next Monday we'll have questions going for you. You can ask questions as well, correct? We'll have live
Yeah,
readings.
we'll do readings. Kind
Perfect.
of, you know, this is just going with the flow. It's whatever topic comes out. But if anybody would like readings, please have your question ready for next
Yes.
week, you know. Aaron will be using his tarot. I'll just link in psychically and mediumship as well, you know. So I'm Brenda Ridgway. Thank you for joining us. You will find me on Facebook. Brenda Medium is, Brenda, my email is brendamedium.com. I've got that many flipping addresses. My website is brendaridgway.com. I do have a Tea with the Dead, which I'm absolutely loving doing on March the 9th. I have seats left here for Reno. I am doing one in Mackey Mansion in Virginia City. Please look that mansion up. That's going to be so fun. And then with Buffy, we're doing one in Minden, 23rd of March. So you can contact us. Lots of ways, as they say nowadays, technology, you can find anybody. So thank you from me, and I'll pass over to Aaron.
And I'm Aaron with Turtle Heart Tarot. You can find me at turtlehearttarot.com. You can find me here. I usually do Energy of the Week for my blog. I usually post it, but that's about it. I have Reiki Circle on Thursdays if you're in Reno. Come. I'm getting a crystal bowl finally, and we have drumming, and it's such good healing energy. And as it grows, it'll be really fun. And that's it. Check me out.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And I have my development circle on Tuesdays in Reno. It won't be tomorrow night. There was a mix-up of dates, so it's the 12th of March, 6:30 to 8:30. Please come if you're interested in developing your psychic level and your mediumship. And that's it from us. A lot of
That's at Circle's Edge.
Circle's
Circle's Edge.
Terminal West.
Yes.
Sorry.
Perfect.
See, we knew. Okay. Bye,
Thank you so
guys.
much.
See
Bye.
you next week.